Hi, how are you today? I'm happy to. When we started working together, I've had fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue for almost 18 years and had tried almost everything that I'd come across, except maybe going to a homeopath. Um, and when we started working, I think it was after the first month, I was actually feeling 50% better. So that was a 50% reduction in muscle and joint pain and muscle fatigue and general fatigue. It was so significant that it was quite astounding and unbelievable in a sense. My brain almost kept wanting to say, oh, this isn't really true, and would keep making me test my limits. I also realized that my headaches and migraines were way, way less. And then at this point, I think that I rarely have them. So, and I was having migraines and taking migraine medication probably 2 or 3 times a week. So it's significantly better. Um, Additionally, I had really difficult IBS problems that had gotten a lot better once I'd started on a specific carbohydrate diet. But then after a month or so working with you, I felt like that improved so tremendously that I rarely have those attacks anymore. And they used to really interfere with what I was doing. They would stop me often from considering going out or how I would go out. And if I did, I'd have to, sit on the very edge of the theater so I could leave in time. Um, what am I forgetting? Oh, tremendously more happy in my life. Like I always thought I was generally a happy person, but I mean, sometimes I was so happy I felt like I was just going to explode. And that is one of the things that really astounds me, that the exercises that you gave me and the work that you did with me could change my view so much. And then I guess the other significant thing that really surprised me at how much it's happened now. My boyfriend made a comment recently that he thought it was more normal for me to be calm now than to be um, a friend of mine called it turbo, which was really keeping myself in fight or flight. And I was trying with my doctor to move myself out of that with mindfulness exercises, but I found it almost impossible. I would be there and then leave, and so somehow I was able to be much more aware of my body and aware of what I should do for my body. And so I think I've settled down. I'm calmer. Um, and I'm thinking, I was trying to measure how much better I am. And I think now I'm about 60 to 70% better if I'm keeping with all the things that I should do that are best for my body. That was the other thing, is a concept of learning to listen to my body and make choices that are best for my body, and to not judge myself as harshly as I have. I always thought I didn't judge myself harshly or other people, and I've learned really how to judge myself far less and to catch myself when I do, and it seems to make a very huge difference in my level of fatigue and pain. So, um, and going to bed earlier, that affected my sleep greatly. So my sleep has improved. Um, And I feel like, I've started in the last couple of weeks, I started a yoga program. So that's amazing because I've been meaning to get back to that for about 3 years and never felt I had the strength or the energy. And and I've been able to increase my activity bit by bit. I'm now walking easily 45 minutes at a time, which I would always take the bus in the past. It just seemed quite overwhelming before to walk that distance, because I assumed I would have an attack in that time frame, whether it was an attack from fight or flight or an attack from IBS. But that seemed to improve greatly. Oh, and I lost 18 pounds, which is amazing, especially eating a lot more. Like my meals, like initially I even had to consult you about the portions because they just seemed so big. But so that was amazing. And then the other thing that's happened is that I think that part of those attacks that I was having was a blood sugar attack, because I would notice that if I ate something really quickly in the right time, I'd be okay. And I was having to do that every couple of hours. And now I'm, able to eat every 5 to 7 hours without attacks, without worrying about getting the right food when not having to carry food around. It is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really grateful where I've come, and I feel like I've made like a foundation to heal. I never really experienced that before. I'd read about it, but now I actually feel like, oh, and the other thing, and this is quite significant, is I have now probably a day a week where I feel like I'm totally well. Like I'll wake up and I'll think, oh, actually, I feel well today. And I could almost have a normal day today. And that, I mean, I had that briefly for a spot a few years ago, but not really. It has, thank you. Well, in the short term, I'm really looking forward to going to movies. I got a movie pass where I can see all that I want. And before, I wouldn't have done that because I would have assumed I wouldn't be well enough to go out every week. So that's really exciting in the short term. And I hope to start swimming in a few months. And I keep meaning to get to that. And I've never been strong enough to get to that. So I'm hoping to do that really soon. Um, and I'm really looking forward to, I'm going to do in the very shortly, of committing, getting up at a certain time and committing the day, which I've never really been able to do, because if I knew I had to wake up, I'd never sleep well. And so, and then in the long term, or the short long term, is taking classes. I look forward to taking acting classes again to see if that is where I want to return to work, and also possibly returning to writing and taking some screenwriting classes. Well, my experience has been amazing. It's also been great to have someone that listens to me, that supports me each week as well. It's because I'm such a high functioning person, or have been. It was very, very hard to discuss it even with my boyfriend, how I feel and how I want to move out of it and ahead. And that's been one of the biggest gifts, is you supporting me, and incredible encouragement. So that's really, really helped me. And also answering to someone, which is an odd thing, but for my personality, that really was a good thing, to answer to somebody each week, whether I did something or not. Or Thank you. Bye.